I said I would wait until the first downloadable content dropped before I do the play or don't play for WWE 2K24 with the cover star of Cody Rhodes. Well, it came out this week and it was such a welcomed addition. CM Punk is somebody I've had a roller coaster of feelings toward, whether it be when he was dropping the pipe bomb or when he was having backstage fights in AEW. But him, Sandman, Terry Funk, and the Dudley Boys were welcomed additions, especially Funk and the Dudleys. I think that they are a trio of characters that I've sorely missed. But after the ad read and after the open rolls, I'm going to talk about WWE 2K24. Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. So the question is, play or don't play? And the funny thing about it is, I haven't had an abundance of time to play. I mean, I've had a little bit of time here and there. Josiah's come over, and we've had a few matches before and after video shoots. But this time in my life is different than many before, where I had more freedom, more time, more of an ability to be hands-on. And with the lack of time, I haven't been able to go as in depth as I normally like to with these games, because one of my favorite, possibly my favorite thing about the WWE game franchise or lineage or whatever terminology you choose to use is the creation suite. And I have not yet been afforded the time to properly create my preferred WWE universe, so my calendar of shows and the pay-per-views or premium live events associated with each show, because it's very time consuming. Because once you assign your rosters and get everything set up show wise, you then gotta figure out teams and who works well together, who should be rivals, good guys, bad guys, that kind of thing. But one thing I will say about this year's iteration of WWE 2K, the game, is that it's one of the best creation of the character that I've ever had. I feel like with Unbreakable Will Osborne, the character that I was never able to bring to life in real life, but I always use in video games because A, I think it's a cool name, and B, the game will actually say that precise call name, Unbreakable Will Osborne. And it's funny, so this is off topic, but whatever. It's my video. That character was first conceived when I was, I don't know, 14 or 15, because I was in a car accident with, well, my mom was driving and my sister was in the back seat of the van, and when the van was struck and it rolled upside down, but because I was young and dumb, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and I don't even know what possessed me to do it, but I was able to roll with the motion of the van being hit and ended up standing on the armrest of the passenger seat. And so I had felt unbreakable in that moment, and it was just something I held on to conceptually and used for the character. You know, afterward, I actually grew so big that almost every wrestling locker room I was ever in, I was either the biggest person in the room or among the biggest people in the room, thus making it hard for me to be the sympathetic, unbreakable, you know, you can beat me down, but I'll keep coming back type character, you know, which is funny because if I'd have ever gotten to WWE and, you know, dropped some LBs, I am the same height as Matt and Jeff Hardy, two people who often were the smaller wrestler in the ring, so I could have easily have gotten the character to where I wanted it in the right circumstance. But regardless, the point of this tangent is just that I thought that the creation suite was smooth, it was quick, it was easy to use, and Unbreakable Will Osborne turned out really well this year. And for anybody who has WWE 2K24 on any platform, my character is uploaded to Community Creations and can be downloaded by searching for Mr. Super or Oz in the search bars, because that felt appropriate. So I defeated the men's My Rise story, and it was good with the right character. So I started the story with a Lexus King character that I downloaded from Community Creations, but it didn't feel right. William Regal, who is kind of your mentor throughout, or he's the general manager, but he gives you words of wisdom, and a lot of his verbiage did not feel right for Lexus King's character, so I then restarted the story with Matt Cardona. And within the context of the story where Regal says you finally are getting your opportunity, you've been overlooked for so long, it actually fit better with Matt Cardona. Because his time as Zack Ryder with Vince McMahon on top, and the truth of the matter is that he got himself over and it didn't get him anywhere, well, not very far at least, made this storyline fit really well with him. And, you know, him and Cody Rhodes being close in real life, literally Cody and Brandy introduced Matt Cardona to his wife, and all of these things, because Cody is one of your primary rivals, obviously, along with Roman Reigns, and so it really fit well to use the Matt Cardona character. I started the women's My Rise story, and it's enjoyable, but I just haven't had an opportunity to finish it. The showcase is it's kind of a drag, because it's always you have to do this specific thing to get the next thing to pop up, and you can't just straight have a match and win, or else you don't unlock what you're trying to unlock. And the fact that they have Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon hidden, well, they're usable, or they're accessible in Showcase, but they're not usable outside of Showcase, to me just seems, I don't know, pointless, because you've already gone through the effort of showing the audience, the paying audience that you have them in here. You just want them to be penalized, the paying audience, for something that has nothing to do with them, and it just seems pointless to me. I mean, there are countless creators who have found the ability or know the ability to upload Vince and Brock to community creations. So if you really want them, you can download them, but it's a waste of creative player slots, and with that, it just feels like, you're out here punishing the person who's spending their money to play your game instead of, I don't know. It just seems odd. But anyway, Showcase, while it has great unlockables and is valuable to play, because if you don't get certain characters or arenas, that type of thing. It's a drag, but most showcases are, because of the you have to do step A to get to step B to get to 3, 4, 5, whatever. And that is basically my biggest complaint so far. I had worried about Universe Mode, but Matt from Assemble, great channel to check out when it comes to WWE 2K content, he made me feel reassured that they're actually working to get Universe Mode working properly. And like I said, even though I haven't had a chance to dive in as deep as I want, I'm happy to know that they're doing their best to get it right. And so, with all that said, and with the knowledge that I haven't played as much as I would want, I do think the game is worth playing. And so, in the binary play don't play, play wins. And I just hope that my life smooths out here soon, and I'll be able to get more game time in and have better experiences as the DLC continues to drop. Because surprisingly enough, or unexpectedly, the DLC continues until November, which makes me wonder if they're going to support 2K24 for a longer period and not release 2K25 until the fall of 2025 like they did prior to taking the break off for not releasing 2K21. But that's neither here nor there. Come back all next week. Monday is the animation celebration for a movie that my wife really enjoys, Tangled. Then Tuesday and Thursday is trivia. Wednesday is Alpha Entertainment Worldwide. And next Friday is From Page to Screen, I, Zombie. Enjoy.